Have you ever found yourself so caught up in thoughts of the past or the future that you completely lose sight of what's happening right now? We often get wrapped up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. But the reality is, the past is already gone, and the future hasn't arrived yet. The only thing we truly have control over is this present moment. So how do we live fully in the now, and why is it so important? Why is it so hard to let go of the past and the future? Humans have a natural tendency to dwell on memories from the past and fantasize about the future. It's part of how our minds work. But when we focus too much on these thoughts, we miss out on what matters most, the present. Story: John, a father stuck in the past and future. John, a 35-year-old accountant, made a huge mistake at work last year that cost his company a major client. Since then, he hasn't been able to stop beating himself up over it. Every night, he lies awake, consumed by guilt, and during the day, he's overwhelmed by anxiety about what the future holds. He fears his career is over and that he'll never regain his professional reputation. Meanwhile, John's family, especially his 7-year-old son, feels neglected. He's missing his son's soccer games, not listening to his stories, and is barely present in their daily lives. His mind is always somewhere else, either stuck in the past or dreading the future, leaving him disconnected from the moments that matter most. John's story shows us how being mentally trapped in the past and future can cause us to lose touch with the present. When we allow these thoughts to dominate our lives, we miss out on the precious moments happening right in front of us. The power of the present moment. Our minds often pull us toward what has already happened or what may come, but the only moment we can control is now. This is where we can take action, experience joy, and live life to the fullest. Story: Emma, transformation through living in the present. Emma, a freelance designer, was always under pressure from client deadlines. Each day was filled with stress and anxiety as she worried about unfinished designs and whether her clients would approve her work. Her constant fear of the outcome drained the joy out of the creative process, which was the very reason she chose this career in the first place. After hitting a low point, Emma decided to try mindfulness. She started each morning with a few minutes of meditation, focusing on her breath and reminding herself to stay in the present. At first, it was hard. Her mind still wandered to thoughts of future projects and deadlines. But after a few weeks, Emma noticed a shift. She became more productive and, more importantly, rediscovered the joy and creativity she had lost. By staying grounded in the moment, she found herself less anxious and more inspired. Emma's story illustrates that when we stop worrying about the future and focus on the present, we can rediscover the joy and creativity we've lost. The present is where our best work happens and where we can truly thrive. If we want to live in the present, we need to learn how to cut out distractions and focus on what's happening right now. Here are 3 practical steps you can take. Step 1. Daily mindfulness practice. Mindfulness doesn't have to be complicated. You can start by taking just 5 minutes each morning to focus on your breath. When your mind drifts, gently bring it back to the present moment. Step 2. Practice gratitude. Take a minute each day to think about something you're grateful for right now. This simple act can help you appreciate what you have and keep your focus on the good things happening in the present. Step 3. Limit distractions. Try to reduce distractions, especially when you're spending time with family or friends. Put your phone away and be fully present in the moment, enjoying the time you have with the people who matter most. Story: Mark, a businessman reconnecting with his family. Mark is a successful businessman, but his life is dominated by work. Even when he's at home with his family, he's constantly checking emails and taking phone calls. As a result, he's grown distant from his wife and kids, even though they're all physically together. One day, Mark decided to make a change. He implemented a no-phone rule during family meals. At first it was difficult, as he was used to always being connected to work. But over time, he noticed that family dinners became warmer and more meaningful. He had time to really listen to his son talk about his day at school and engage in deeper conversations with his wife without the distractions of his phone. Mark's story shows that when we reduce distractions, we can create deeper connections with the people around us and appreciate the present moment more fully. The past doesn't define you, and the future is unwritten. One of the biggest misconceptions is that the past defines who we are, or that the future is something we have no control over. But the truth is, the present moment is where we shape our lives, and the future is a blank slate. Story: Sarah, a woman who overcame her past. Sarah went through a painful divorce that left her feeling like she had ruined her life. She believed she would never be happy again and was trapped in the mistakes of her past. One day, Sarah decided to make a change. She started trying new things, from painting to joining a yoga class. Each day, she focused on what she could do in the present, rather than dwelling on her past mistakes. Slowly, her life began to open up. She rediscovered joy and unlocked parts of herself she didn't know existed. Sarah's journey shows that the past doesn't define who we are, and the future is still unwritten. We have the power to change our lives right now by living fully in the present. Living fully in the present isn't just about enjoying life more. It's about creating a meaningful and fulfilling existence. The past is behind us, and the future is uncertain, but what we can control is right now. This doesn't mean forgetting the past or abandoning plans for the future, but it means focusing on making the most of this very moment. Will you keep living in the past, worrying about the future, or will you start living fully in the present right now? What's holding you back from being truly present in this moment? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Have you ever had an experience where you felt fully present? And are you ready to change the way you live each day to embrace what the present has to offer? Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss more thought-provoking content. And don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when our next video is out. Remember, live in the moment. Don't let the past or future steal the life you're living right now.